Hey Toonsters, this is Prince Watercrest, and welcome back to Let's Play Tiny Toon Adventures for NES. In the first video, we completed the first stage, and I talked about basically everything about the game that you pretty much need to know. But now it's time to conquer the rest of the stages, starting with Stage 2, which takes place on an island. Surely the Loon is recommending Plucky, we're gonna use him. And at the beginning of every stage, you start out as Buster again. So you kind of have to remember that. Might as well go ahead and jump as quickly as we can to get out of the quicksand here. Try not to get hit by these hermit crabs here. You can actually jump on them while they have the shells on. If they do throw them at you though, they will be harder to hit and they will go much faster. And I'm going to go ahead and grab the star here so I can play as Plucky, who can swim in the water, as we mentioned in the first video. But he has another power that we can do, and if I can pull it off, that'd be great. There it is. By pressing B when you're in deep enough water, you'll be able to shoot out a little tornado projectile that kind of travels randomly, but can be used to destroy enemies. It will definitely come into play in the next stage. For now, let's go ahead and grab some carrots, grab this heart for an extra hit, and try to make our way to the end here. Believe it or not, you can, with Plucky, you can actually swim with control pad. I think he's the best swimmer out of the three.
Nope.
Now it's time for Stage 2, and since we're playing as Plucky, we can swim around with the control pad. Press B to do the tornado attack, which I did on accident, and press A to boost forward or in whatever direction you're holding on the control pad. I do want to go up here though to get a heart. Because we have a heart in possession, when we collect another one, we get a 1-up. So the longer you can go without getting hit and the more hearts you find while you do so, the more hits you're going, not hits, but more lives you're going to have. It definitely pays to have as many lives in this game as you can. Also down there is a balloon containing a star that lets us switch back to Buster Bunny. We're not going to do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and go right so I don't have to go ahead and deal with the power up there. I can just go ahead and skip it. And these two, I want to avoid them. And I believe I want to take the top path. Oh, I can't go up from there. I have to go a little further to the right in order to get over there. I also want to watch my timer because I only have so much time in a stage. And apparently I forgot to go up earlier. Well, there is a way to get up there from the other side of your Plucky Duck. Plucky Duck can actually withstand the currents and get to where he needs to go. And thankfully, we have 2 more lives. Question is, can we stockpile past 9? Well, my question is going to get answered this video if I die again. Hopefully I don't. Oh, and you can't go faster underwater by holding B. Just so you know. And you definitely don't want to go down and to the right because that's a dead end. Anyway, we're now over here in the Elmira section. We're going to have to get Elmira to move across the room. And when that door shows up, we're going to have to make a mad dash for it. And thankfully, I was able to do that without messing it up. Yeah, you really can't waste any motion trying to get to the door as soon as it shows up. And here is Stage 2-3, which has these pirates. Now, there are 2 ways that you can do this. You can either do a running jump and fly to get up there and over the little crow's nest, or you can just take these doors. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with an extra room if you take the doors. But if you're speedrunning, you can actually take the top route and then just skip pretty much the entirety of this part of the stage, basically. Also, these guys throw swords if they're left on screen long enough. Also, I don't want to go up there because there's a star in there that will let me change back to Buster Bunny. And I don't want to deal with that. And here's the door. There's nothing above the door in case you're wondering. And we might as well go ahead and grab this heart. We're gonna need it. Especially if we didn't have the hits. Now these guys with anvils, once you're close enough to them, they will throw their little anvils at a 45-degree angle. And as long as you're just standing there, as soon as they throw it, once you're at that distance, the anvil will never hurt you. It's when you're like, you don't have a lot of space to work with that the anvil can't hurt you. Also, that guy that we beat up, sometimes he has an anvil, and sometimes he will throw it. But now, more often than not, he pops up without it for some reason. Maybe it's just me. Also, there are some follow-away spikes in that bottom section. And you also want to stay away from these barrels because there are crazy characters in them that will throw stuff at you if you stand on them. Or stand near them. And now we've made it to the end of that section, which means we now get to face the pirate boss. Don't know which direction he's going to go. But you basically want to play keep away with him. And you want to jump on his head whenever he gets close. He always switches between the 3 levels. And he always jumps up after you hit him on the head. And he always comes back down from the same place he went up from. So you don't have to worry about him teleporting on you. And you definitely don't want to be too comfortable on the upper corners there because he can't hit you with his head. And I thought I'd be able to do that. Ghouls and ghosts, or ghosts and goblins. Aerial key catch there, but unfortunately I couldn't. But we have now made it to stage 3. Which will take place in the forest, amongst other places. Seems like it takes place in the mountains, but really it takes place in the forest. And who will... Oh, she gives us Dizzy Devil. Don't necessarily need to choose them, but we may in the next video. So join me next time where I go through stage 3. Until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!